like a mini task to finish this, and I did finish
Hmm.
it after our conversation. I
Okay.
copied and pasted into a like a text file, and now I tried to test it, and it doesn't work. And I swear it did work the last time I did
Oh,
it.
wait. Can you scroll up a little bit?
I think like
Can you
it's
can you control F image area? Because I think there might be you might have pasted it twice or something. Let's see. So we see one there. And we see
oh
yeah,
okay.
you pasted it twice by mistake.
Right, my bad.
All right, let's try that again. Nice. Okay. All right, good work. I shall now reward you with more challenges.
Awesome.
Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay, this one. Uh, I've had mixed reviews on this. Some students really struggled with this, some didn't struggle with it that much. Okay. I'm writing this. All right. Oh, and you have the hash, right? Okay,
Well, I have it here, so
perfect. All right, so we've done algebra with strings, numbers, and booleans. We are now going to do it. Sorry, we've done it with strings and numbers, and images, and now we're going to do it with booleans. Uh, yeah, um, just do what you have been doing. Reminder: try to write the tests before the body of the function.
Boolean is when something is true or false.
Yes.
So can
Oh,
we have
let's.
an if in the
Yes,
test?
but we don't need it for the test. So to test, right, you need to call the function, right? So we're going to need to
Yeah,
write fun and then the function name first. So we need to give it the function header.
I call it implies.
Yeah.
So if
Oh, so let's do the test next.
so x is true, and then should we
Okay, so
consumes two values, so it should be x and y then.
yes, they are a little bit more specific. They do specify what names they should have.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, all good.
Sunny Friday. Okay, so
So if to
and
write true, you don't need the hash. It's just true lowercase.
I thought it should be like here,
Okay,
the
so
chat.
the reason why it says that is because that question I got is from a textbook that uses a different programming language. In that
Right.
programming language, you put a hash, but this one you don't. So that's why. Yeah. Okay, so sunny is true. The thing is, sunny doesn't mean anything here, right? Sunny only means something in the body of the function, but we're not in the body of the function, right?
Yeah, we're writing tests.
Yeah, so let's look at the other tests. In the other tests, what do we do? You see that we call the function, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, let's call the function.
So we need an if statement here.
We don't need an if. We can just call it, right? Like implies. So should we be writing sunny here? So for example, let's look at the other test again.
Look at what? Sorry,
Could we look at the other tests again? So we see image classified, we pass in a square, right? Or we pass in a rectangle.
a square.
Yeah. So in lines 19 to 21, we're passing actual images, right?
Yeah,
But if we look at the definition of image classify, can we scroll up a little bit? Just a tad bit. Image classify takes in a parameter called image, but when we call image classify in the test, we don't actually pass in image. We pass in actual images, right? You see that?
yeah.
So same thing with our implies. What should we be passing in instead?
A string.
So what does the function say that it consumes according to the problem statement?
Oh,
Two
Boolean
Boolean
values.
values. Yeah.
So one and a zero.
But Boolean values in this language is just true or false,
Oh,
lowercase. Yeah. So here for you have a choice. Do you want to put true or false?
true.
True, okay. All right. Does it only take in one Boolean?
True.
Two, yeah, so we need a second one. So for the second one, we have a choice again.
Can it be true twice or
Yeah, why not, right? They're both Booleans. Yeah. So if they're both true, what should the result be? And you'll have to read the problem statement to know this.
if is Friday?
Okay. What about Friday?
Well, the statement should be correct if both are true for Friday.
Well, yeah, so the statement is correct if Friday is true, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what does that suggest our answer should be? So is Friday true?
Yes, I think
Friday is
so.
true. So according to the problem statement, what is the answer if Friday is true?
Okay, so it's just the way that it's worded. It's a bit tricky to understand. So answer is true if Sunny is false. So if Sunny is false, it's true. And if it's Friday, it's true, it's also false.
If Friday is true, it's true.
Okay. So we should be Friday then.
Oh, well, the answer is a Boolean, right? So the
So
answer
it
is
should
either
be
true
true
or
again.
false. Yeah, and what do you say true? Oh, the answer is actually true. You were correct.
Yeah, it's just I'm still. I think it would have been easier to write the ifs first, but so implies now false, false.
Yeah, that's a good test. Yeah. So what's the answer for this?
False.
Okay, why do you say false?
Oh no, it's true. Like
Why do you say true?
it's true if Sunny is false.
Ah, okay. And sunny is false, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's true. You're right. All right. Okay. I do want you to write more tests, actually. So whenever you can, write all possible tests. You should write all possible tests. True, false. Okay.
Okay, so for the first for the true, if Sunny is true, then it's false. Then it's and if like there's two separate like answers for this one, or am I wrong?
What do you mean by two separate answers?
Like if Sunny is true, then it's false, and then it's if Friday is false, then
Okay.
it's also false.
So we have two false, right? So false
Yeah.
or false. What's the result of false or false?
Do we need to look at that logic table?
Ah, the truth table, yeah. Yeah, they can help you. Like you could
Was it
literally Google truth table.
was it a one, a
Uh,
false?
okay, I'll tell you. So for the or is true if any one of its operands is true.
Okay, so it's true.
Ah, wait, but we have false or false, right?
No, we have true or false.
Oh, wait, what's the first true?
The answer is the first one is false. Yes.
Okay, the first one's false. How about the second
Okay,
one?
so it's false.
They're both false. So what's false or false?
False.
False, yes. Very nice. Okay. Is there another test? Nice, okay.
Okay. If Sunny is false, it's true. So the first one is true. So true, true, it should be true.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, great. That looks like that's all the tests.
Okay. So now we write the body.
Yep.
So does it work like that or
That's one way of doing it. Yeah, keep going.
can I yeah, we kind of briefly touched the else and ifs. It was closer to the end of the session.
Hmm.
Um, do I need to do like an else if or just else false and then another if here for the Friday?
Oh, if you want to do the Friday, you will have to bring the else if before the else. So L lines, so you have to put it before the else. Yeah, the
Okay.
moment you put else, that has to be the final thing. It's else if in this language, so you have to write two words. Yep.
So I can do else like only once,
Yep. Only once.
but how will it know which one am I referring to?
So if lines 4 and 6 in those conditions are false, it will hit the else because else is the final choice.
So I need at least another one else if then. That's correct.
Yeah, let's run it. Only one way to find out.
Oh my God.
So ifs they need an and, END. So after line 11, you have to add END.
Oh,
Yep, there we go. Ta-da! Okay, so let's take a closer look at this. Um, Notice how lines 9 and 11 are both false.
yeah,
So do we need lines 8 and 9?
8 and 9.
Yeah, lines 8 and 9. Do we need that?
No, we don't because the answer, like, I'm trying to put the best answer I can with my limited English. No, because the answer for both is false, so we don't need this line because
Excellent. Yeah.
else is false for both. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, no, that's perfect. Yeah. No, your English is excellent. I understood that perfectly. I couldn't say it better myself. Okay. Now let's hone in on line 6, Friday double equals true. So let's just focus on that. Friday doubles equals true. Okay, let's say Friday is true. So let me write this down on your screen here. So let's say Friday is true. We have true double equals true. You don't have to switch back. I should be annotating on your screen. Do you see it?
Yeah,
You see that Friday is true, so we get true double equals true, right? What is true double equals true?
yeah.
Yeah, what's the result of true double equals true?
Can I like can I should I switch my screen out because it's like very tiny on mine.
You can see it, right? The blue text on your screen.
Like right on my screen, no, I can see it like there's like a box in the corner and I can see like a tiny blue text, but like on my screen that I'm like staring at,
Oh,
there's
oh,
nothing.
okay, okay. It's okay. Let me clear that. It doesn't work for some people, and I still haven't figured out why. It might be a privacy setting or something. All right. So let's say we have true double equals true. What does that evaluate to?
For which one?
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, yeah. I think it's better if I share my screen just so you know what I'm talking about. Let me pull up a whiteboard. Roll. All right, I'm gonna share my screen.
Should I stop sharing mine?
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can see mine. All right, so I want to focus on one particular line. I want to focus on why is the text so tiny? Okay, I'll just zoom in, I guess. Okay, so I want to focus in on Friday double equals true, right? So
Yeah,
if Friday is true, so let's say Friday is true, we get true double equals true, right? What does this
yeah,
evaluate to?
true.
Okay, let's say Friday is false, so we get false double equals true. What does false double equals true evaluate to?
Um, true.
False double equals true? Is false the same as true?
No,
No, so it's false, right? They're not the same.
yeah,
Okay. Does this look kind of funny? If Friday is true, it's true. If Friday is false, it's false. Right?
yeah.
Does this thing in the middle do anything to our original input? See what I'm saying? Like, is this doing anything? Oh, what the? Put differently, is there a difference between these two?
No,
There's no difference, right? So we can actually just remove double equals true here. It's just Friday. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
Okay, there's one more thing. I want to focus on sunny double equals false here. So okay, I'm going to do the same thing. Let's say sunny is true. Is true double equals false?
it's false.
Okay, yeah, they're different, right? Okay, let's say sunny is false. Does false double equals false?
Yes,
It's true. So if sunny is true, we flip it to false. If sunny is false, we flip it to true. Is there another way of saying this?
Is sunny?
Just
Or no,
sunny?
no, 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 no.
Okay. Is there a way of flipping booleans? Is there a boolean operator that flips booleans? Okay, I don't think you know this. Oh, yeah, I think it's been a while since we introduced this, so I'll remind you. There's a Boolean operator called not, actually.
Oh, okay.
And its job is to flip the Boolean. So if sunny is true, it makes it false. If sunny is false, it's true. So not sunny is a preferred way of flipping the Boolean rather than sunny double equals false. It also reads more naturally, right? Like not sunny, right?
So what not does it flips
Yep.
the
Yep.
so so practically makes false true and true false.
Exactly. Yes. All right. Any questions about this?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna hand over the mic to you. So yeah, I'd like to apply what you just learned.
So do we keep the tests? Do we
Yeah,
just
let's keep
need
the
to change the
tests. Yeah, the
body?
tests are exactly the same. You should only need to change two places, actually. Only two places based on what we talked about.
The if and else if.
Yeah, yeah. So what about them? How can we change them?
So if sunny not false, then it's true.
Uh-huh.
Is it not the same thing?
They are, but I'd like you to use the cooler way of saying it, using the operator.
Like do we just write not? Then
So you gotta write it the way I wrote it. So you have to write not sunny. So not opening parentheses, sunny, closing parentheses. Perfect. And yeah, let's look at line 6 now. Oh, do we use not here?
just an else.
Okay. So what do we do just now? Friday double equals true. We said that it was redundant, right? What was redundant here?
Y- Uh, like this is not needed because like Friday is true,
Yeah.
so we could just
So what specifically is needed?
okay. So 1 second. I don't think we need a not statement here
Okay.
because like Friday, if it's false, then it's false, and if it's true, then it's true.
Yeah. So what can we cut? What's the redundancy here?
The like stating true.
Okay, let's cut it. All right, let's run the test again. Let's just make sure that nothing broke. Yeah, awesome. So that's why we have tests, right? We can change stuff and be confident that we didn't break anything. Okay. All right. So, let's look at lines 4 to 7. We have two branches that do exactly the same thing, right? They both evaluate to true. You see that?
Yeah.
Is there any way we could combine those two branches? Almost
There
as if to
another
say, yeah,
is there another operator?
it is an operator. Almost as if to say, if one of them is true, it's true. Is there an operator that says that?
And
And is that what operations does and say, if one of them is true? So if I ask you, let's say you have an apple only, and I ask, do you have an apple and a banana? Will you say yes or no?
can you repeat the question, please?
So let's say you have an apple,
Yeah.
right? Just an apple. And I ask, do you have an apple and a banana? What's your
No, it's
answer?
just an apple.
It's just an apple. So your answer is no, right? I don't have them both. So does an operator do what we want here?
No.
No, okay. What's another operator?
Or
Or. Okay, why do you say or?
like one. No. When it satisfies like one of the conditions,
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. Or it only needs to satisfy one of the conditions, right?
yeah.
So could we use or over here to collapse the two branches, to combine them?
Yeah, because the answer for both is true.
Yeah, can we use or to make this, to combine these two branches?
Yeah, but I'm not sure how to. Do we need
Okay,
to
yeah.
like or else if or
No, literally just write or here. And then take the second, what's the second condition? Just write it there.
Friday?
Friday, so just write Friday. And line 6 and 7 can go. Okay, let's run it. Nice. Beautiful. Okay, there's one more thing we can do. So this if is kind of funny, right? So if not sunny on Friday is true, then it's true. Otherwise, if it's false, it's false. You
Yeah.
get it? If true, then true. If false, then false. Does that sound kind of funny?
I mean, yeah,
Why does it sound funny?
because it says false when there is a true. It just sounds weird.
Well, more specifically, like let's focus on line 4. If line 4 not sunny on Friday, if that's true, what's the answer?
If it's not true,
Sorry, if it's true, if line 4 is true, what's the answer?
the opposite of it, false.
Is it? So if line 4 is true,
So if not true,
no, like line 4, like the whole thing is true. Like the whole of the condition is
oh,
true.
the entire thing.
Yeah.
If the entire thing is true, then true is true.
So if line 4 is true, we evaluate to line 5, right?
Yeah,
So that's the way if works. If the condition in the if is true, we go to the branch, which in this case is line 5. What happens if line 4 is false?
All of it.
Yes, like the entirety of line 4 gives you back false. What happens? Do we go to line 5?
No, I don't think we do.
We go to line 5 or we don't go to line 5?
Yeah, we go to line 5.
So if line 4 is false, we go to line 5?
Well, if
Yeah.
both of them was false, then it should be true.
No, 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 not Sunny or Friday. I'm like the entirety of line 4. Like pretend like not Sunny or Friday evaluates to a single Boolean, and that Boolean is false. So I'm not talking specifically about Sunny or Friday. I'm talking about like the whole thing.
Well, it has to satisfy one of the like it doesn't satisfy the condition then
Yes, yes. If it doesn't satisfy the condition, where do we go?
to else then.
Yes, to the else, right? So if the condition is true, we go to line 5, which is true. If the condition is
Okay.
false, we go to line 7, which is false, right? If the condition is true, we go to true. If the condition is false, we go to false.
Yeah.
Okay. Is, is there um is there anything redundant in that?
Mm, I don't think so. Seems pretty short and on point.
Let me let me share my screen. Show you let me blow your mind for a second. Let me pull up my own copy of Pirate. Actually, this session is gonna expire in a minute. Let's close this one out. I'll send you a new link on Gmail, okay? And we'll pick it back
Okay.
up. Okay, so here we have a piece of code. So if the condition is true, we go to true, right? Line 5.
Yeah.
If the condition is false, we go to line 7, right? So if I run this, what's
Yes.
gonna happen? What do I get?
True.
True. Okay, if I change condition to false, what do I get?
False.
False. Okay. Now, if I compare it against just writing this, will this give me a different answer from all this?
No, the answer will be the same.
Why is it the same?
Well, because the condition is true and it was established at the beginning.
Okay, right? They're always gonna give the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So is all this if needed?
I mean, we need a body. Oh, no. Well, no.
Well,
If it's already determined, then what's the point?
exactly, right? We can just write condition, right? Okay, I'll hand you the mic now. Could you share your screen and based on what you just saw, how can we modify the code so that's even simpler?
So, but we only had like one condition there in your example.
Yeah.
But here we have like four different options.
Can you highlight all of them?
Well, highlight all of them. There they are.
No, no, sorry, not that one. The condition. Can you highlight the condition in line 4?
No,
Yeah.
what I meant is that we have like four different outcomes. Like,
That's true. However, on line 4, the four different possibilities are boiled down to two answers, true or false, right? The boiling down happens in line 5, right now, line 5. It happens in not sunny or Friday. The if does nothing, right? Sorry, what are you doing?
but like I'm trying to figure it out
Okay,
how to
let's try
simplify it.
something. Can we highlight the condition in line 5? So can we highlight not sunny on Friday, but without the if, just not sunny on Friday? Okay, can you cut this? And can you create a new line after line 4 and just paste it? And can you delete the if? So that's line 6, 9, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all the way to line 9. So 6 to 9 should be deleted. Yep, and the n as well on line 7. Okay, let's run this. Okay,
Okay.
but do you see why that works?
Not really. I thought there has to be an if statement for this
But
to
why?
work. I don't know. It's just how I thought it was working. But it makes sense. Yeah.
Because what the if is doing, right? The if is saying, okay, give me a condition. If the condition is true, we'll go into this branch. That's what the if is doing, right?
So it was just unnecessary because it was done already by this.
Yes, the answer, whether or not it's true or false, is already done by line 5. The if was saying, okay, given the answer, which branch do I go to? Yeah,
And we don't need that because
yeah, the answer was already done.
yeah.
Okay, I think that lit your brain on fire. I'll say like, at your own time, rewatch this segment, think about it, internalize it. But for now,
Okay.
let's move on to a different problem. I'm not sure if I gave you this one yet. I don't think I did. So if it looks the same, just let me know. This one is itself simple, but it builds up to something that's a lot more difficult. But I think it's easier than the one you just did. Okay, do you see it?
Yep.
Okay. Let's write some tests first.
Appends. What does appends mean?
Oh, uh like man, how do I even explain this? It put like once I'll give you an example. Okay, I don't usually give examples, but this one I think I have to. So like
Do I need to start sharing?
no, I
Okay.
just texted in chat. So like it puts the start of one string to the end of the other. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what appends means. Oh, the example I gave you is bad actually because it doesn't consider the underscore. You're gonna have to consider the underscore. So it's like it glues them together with an underscore in between them.
So we're
Uh, yeah, let's look at our implies. How do we test for implies? What's the first thing we do in a test?
we call the function.
Yeah, we call the function.
So it should be x plus y.
Okay. But look at implies. Do we actually like implies do we pass in Sunny and Friday?
Oh, we're doing. Why are you asking about signing and Friday when we're
No,
doing
sorry. So line 14, what we call implies, what do we pass in?
true and true?
Actual booleans, right?
Yeah.
So for string join, what do we pass in?
The strings.
Actual strings, yeah. But is X a string?
Yes. Or do we need to like? No, it doesn't have. Can we do it like this?
Other way around. So line 3, that's the function header that takes in parameters, right? We put parameters in line 3. So what we had before was correct. Like if we look at line 10, Sunny and Friday, those are parameters, right? We don't put true and false on line 10. Yeah, that's where the strings go. See that?
Yes. That
The underscore should be part of the string.
part of both.
Yeah, so we only have one string in the end. Yeah,
Should be
that's
like
perfect.
this.
But where do A and B come from?
No. I mean, like as an example, this is how like an output should look like if someone
If your
enters
input
in.
is A and B, yes. Yeah. All right, so there's one thing I do want to say. So on line 3, X and Y, we call them parameters. These are like variables that will take on actual values, but they're
Yeah.
placeholders, right? Line 5, those strings in string join, the empty strings in string join that you're passing into string join, we call these arguments. These are the actual values that parameters will take on. All right? Okay, this is important. Uh, you have to very much, you got to internalize this. Okay. All right, you may continue. I do want you to write more tests though. That's a good test, but we need more.
I mean, but like I thought our test kind of does what is required.
Yep.
because it takes consumes two strings and appends. Well, what else do we need?
More tests. What other strings can we have?
Oh, like more strings?
Yeah.
Like three strings.
No, no, as in more characters in the strings.
But I thought like if it's blank, then it can be anything.
No, so that's like silence. That's like saying nothing.
Yeah, an empty string.
Yeah, that's an empty string. Yeah. So I would like you to create another example where the string is an empty.
Okay.
The parentheses here isn't actually necessary.
Or not?
Yeah, it's not necessary. Like you could put it there, but it's not, it doesn't do anything. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good for tests. Let's move on to the body now.
There should be like A plus B or
Okay.
what do we no, it shouldn't be A plus B, it should be just can we write it down like that or is this wrong?
Sorry, what is this saying?
Like the like two strings becomes this.
That's not the way to write it. But yeah, the programming language is not going to be able to understand that. So let's start small. How do we glue two strings together?
Do we like write x plus y equals to xy?
Okay, so how do we find out?
Well, we already have them.
Sorry, what?
We already have them, the x and y.
Yeah, but how do we like not X and Y specifically, but like how do we glue strings in general?
With a plus sign or no?
Maybe, but how do we find out? So this is an operation on strings. How do we find
Oh,
out more operations about strings? Yeah, the documentation. Yeah. I like how you have that open. Okay, so we something in here will help you glue strings together.
this.
Perfect, string append. If you look one below, you'll see a front plus back.
Yeah.
So yeah, what does it say about front plus back?
When front and back are strings has the same meaning as string append.
Yeah. So there's string append, and you could also just use the plus sign. All right, so how do we use this?
Can I just use string append? Front and back. Well, how so we just write this then.
Okay, let's try it.
Should we run it?
You can try, but the is, you don't need the is. The is like for testing only.
So there should be an equal sign then.
Um, well, string appends a function, right? So you probably want to actually refer to the function.
But so is this a test then? This is not how it actually works.
So yeah, what you're looking at is a test, but to call it, you just do string append opening parentheses and pass in the arguments. So if you copy everything except before the parts, yeah, you can also do that. Yeah. And then you just call it like any other function. And so what are we appending here? What strings are we gluing together?
X and Y.
X and Y. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Nice.
Hmm? String join, string join.
Read carefully. They're not exactly the same. There's one subtle difference. Yes. Okay. All right. So if you're able to figure this out on your own time, that's good. But if not, we can also pick this back up next time.
Okay.
All right. All right. Good work today, Victor. And I'll see you next time. All right. Bye bye
Yeah,
now.
see you next time. Bye.